Have you ever wondered what secrets lie behind locked doors, deep in the shadows, hidden from the public eye? Not because they're private, but because they're too terrifying, too cursed, too dangerous to ever be let out again? Welcome to the Warrens Occult Museum. Nestled quietly in Monroe, Connecticut, in what appears to be an ordinary home, lies one of the most controversial and spine-chilling collections of haunted and cursed artifacts in the world. A place where every object has a history, and every history has left behind a trail of fear. This is not your typical museum. There are no guided tours, no fancy lighting, no velvet ropes, just dim corners, creaking wooden floors, and an overwhelming sense that you're being watched. Who were the Warrens? Ed and Lorraine Warren, names you might recognize from blockbuster horror films, were real-life paranormal investigators who dedicated their lives to tracking, collecting, and locking away objects that had become vessels of malevolent forces. Ed, a self-taught demonologist, and Lorraine, a clairvoyant and trance medium, became household names in the world of the supernatural, investigating over 10,000 cases in their lifetime, including some of the most infamous hauntings in American history, like the Amityville Horror, the Perron family case, and the haunting of Annabelle. The purpose of the museum, originally part of the Warrens' basement, was never meant for public entertainment. It was built out of necessity, a sacred vault to contain evil, to keep cursed objects locked away from the world, and to prevent these energies from ever hurting anyone again. Everything inside the museum has a story and a warning. The Warrens believe that evil can attach itself to objects just like it does to people, and once it latches on, it doesn't let go easily. Annabelle, the doll you should never look in the eye. Perhaps the most infamous resident of the museum is Annabelle, the seemingly innocent Raggedy Ann doll who, according to the Warrens, is responsible for a string of terrifying events. The doll currently sits in a wooden case, locked behind glass, with a bold warning, "Positively do not open." According to the story, Annabelle was given to a nursing student in the 1970s, but strange things started happening. Notes written in childlike handwriting, unexplained movements, and even violent attacks on friends. After a priest allegedly tried to mock the doll during a visit to the museum, he crashed his motorcycle and died on the way home, adding to the doll's deadly reputation. Other haunted objects. But Annabelle is not alone. There's the satanic idol found deep in the woods of Connecticut, believed to be used in rituals meant to summon dark entities. There's a conjuring mirror used to communicate with spirits, but the Warrens warned that careless use of such an object can open portals that are impossible to close. There's a shadow doll, with eyes that seem to follow you, said to have appeared in people's dreams, only for them to wake up gasping for air or worse, not waking up at all. Every object in the museum is tagged, not just with where it came from, but what it did. Whispers of demonic possession, violent outbursts, families tormented, lives shattered. The blessings and protections. To maintain spiritual control over the building, the Warrens made sure the museum was blessed regularly by priests. They believed these religious rituals kept the dark energies from escaping. But even so, former museum workers and visitors have reported strange phenomena. Footsteps in empty hallways, objects shifting on their own, and overwhelming feelings of dread when standing too close to certain items. It's not just what you see, it's what you feel. What are they hiding? Some believe the museum was more than just a place to trap evil, that it was also a vault of secrets. Critics have long accused the Warrens of exaggeration, calling the museum a mix of folklore and theatrics, but believers argue, if it was fake, why did they lock it all up? Why did they refuse to let people touch anything? And why did some people leave the museum feeling forever changed? Are we dealing with superstition, or is there truth buried beneath the dust? Even today, the museum remains closed to the public, Some say it's due to zoning issues, others whisper it's because the power inside became too unstable. The next generation now, their son-in-law Tony Spera, who trained under Ed and Lorraine, has taken over the responsibility of watching over the museum, vowing to keep the legacy and the containment alive. Tony insists the objects are not to be underestimated, and that the museum is not a tourist attraction. It's a place of spiritual quarantine. Every so often, he shares live sessions online, walking viewers through the chilling corridors and retelling the dark pasts of the items. But even he avoids touching anything.